Hello, again, this is Larry of LSA Consulting. Today's video is to get you ready for your comp and pinch for the condition of tinnitus. Tinnitus is ringing in the ears. Okay, the one thing that needs during this exam, what they're looking for. Now, tinnitus is really a very subjective issue. There's no testing for tinnitus. Now, for those who you served or around noise hazard, when you're in the military, this needs to be the focal point during your interview with the provider. So you want to be able to articulate the noise hazard you had in the military, i.e., whether you're on a flight line, whether you're on a ship in the engineering spaces, artillery, where you experience your noise hazard, and be able to let them know that this is what you did in the military. Secondly, you want to be able to let them know that you experienced this ringing in your ears while you're on active duty and prior to leaving. Now, be mindful that ringing in the ears is different for different folks, but typically it's that a high-pitched tone that you hear. It lasts for a few seconds and goes away. Most people hear it when they're in the military. It's something that happens so seldom that they barely notice it, but if they think back, oh yeah, they can remember it. I had that occasionally while during time I was active and before I got off active duty, and it's something that's continued. Don't give the history that you start experiencing this years and years later. Just let them know you think you started when you was on active duty and you heard it a few times. It happens so seldom. Now that you're older, you're hearing the frequency often, and it still only lasts for those few seconds. It lasts for a few seconds and it goes away. And you probably just experience that, several times in a week, opposed to once or twice a month years and years ago. So to recap, let them know your noise hazard noise exposure while in the military, and when you first start experiencing the ringing while you're active. And secondly, if something has continued since you left the military. And lastly, you haven't had no noise hazard exposure like that since you've left the military. Okay? All right. Again, any questions, reach out to your case manager, and they will get back to you. And good luck on your exam. Thanks.